Hey, and welcome. Okay, my name's Dan, and how are you? Today, I'm going to talk to you and do kind of a whole webinar, and we're going to try and do it in under 5 minutes. So, why 90% of nonprofits are getting content wrong, and how you can make sure you get it right. Okay, here we go. So, let's not wait around. So, first, by the end of the session, you're going to be equipped to ensure that you will not be making these big mistakes. So, what are they? If you are a nonprofit and you are having problems connecting and engaging to people, what are you going to do? Well, hi, my name's Dan. I'm an engagement expert. I'm a fixer. I usually get phone calls when things are terrible, and that's fine, but I also like it if I can get there before things are terrible. It makes life easier on everybody, and we all sleep better, so it's good. Okay, so here are the top big things that you got to worry about. So one of them is a lack of defined content strategy. So what does that mean? That means we're just kind of willy-nilly. We're all over the place. We're like, okay, we got to do some blog posts. That's important. We got to get this email out. We got to do our end of the year annual report. And it's just kind of, they're not really connected. And if there isn't a through line in your storytelling, well, it's not going to be as effective. What's next? Resource constraints. Hey, it's tough out here. It's 2024 and there was COVID and now we got no money and we're trying to figure out what to do. So just because your cousin or your nephew or someone who can put up social media things shouldn't necessarily do it, because it might not be tied into everything else. Again, your content's all over the place. That's not going to work. So what if poor audience engagement? Well, of course it is, because everything's shooting all over the place. So nobody can get a wrap on what you're doing, because it's kind of frenetic. You're on Snapchat here and you're on TikTok over here and you're doing this thing, and there's no like regular pattern. Do you have a podcast? Does it come out regularly? What's going on? Who knows? Data analysis, ineffective use of data. So we want to be keeping KPIs, key performance indicators, and we want to take that data and we want to have it inform our storytelling. So how are we going to do that? The other thing is underutilization of media. So we're just doing like some blog posts and some text. Like I can't tell you how many times I've seen things on Instagram that it's just like text. It's super heavy and with text, and there's not really like, there's a photo, but then there's like so much text over the top of it. That's not going to do it. That's using the media incorrectly. So what are you going to do? I'm not here with just bad news. I'm here with good news too. First thing we want to do is we want to align your content with your audience. So we want to figure out who your primary audience is and your secondary audience. Then we want to build content for them. Where are they? What are they doing? What do they like? We want to think through all these demographic and psychographic information so that we can then talk to them. Okay, there's that. Next, we want to harness emotional engagement. We want to think not just through data. We want to get hearts and minds. We don't want to just get like some hard data and then put it out there and be like, hey, we did 5% better than last year. No, who are the people behind it? How are we getting those things together, and how are we telling those stories? That's going to be the important part. Next up is using that data to guide your content strategy. If you're not doing some sort of editorial calendar so you can think through, there's a through line. What is our theme? What are we working on this month? What are we working on next month? Is it different? Is there a campaign that goes over 3 or 4 months? What are we doing each day? You've got to break it down. It's very important. Success stories are another great way that you can utilize your content really well. Success stories, but there's 2 types. There's not just it's not just the people that you're serving, it's also donors. Like, so donors come in and they volunteer. Well, that could be a success story. You can talk about who they are and what they're doing. That's a really good thing too. Your staff people, that could be a success story. These are the mentor people that are meeting you along the way. You want to introduce them to your audience. That's a really good thing. So what do? You should give me a call. You should go to my website. You should give me a call right now. You should schedule a call. Let's go through your stuff. It's free. It couldn't be easier. And if you're like, I'm not really ready to talk to you, Dan, that's fine. If you go to my website and then you scroll down, and this is in the corner, you can see that schedule a call. You can just click on that and schedule a call. It's totally free. The next thing though, if you're like, I don't know, scroll down the page, go to the free workshop here. It's just free. Put in your stuff and get a free workshop on why storytelling is going to work for you better. That's it. Thanks so much. Have a great one. I'm Dan. Take care.